Hey guys, in this video, I want to talk about the importance of making quick decisions and how that basically transforms all areas of life, and that leads to massive progress as well. And this is something that I've noticed from my own experience and something that I've seen other people who make a lot of progress in short amounts of time do so as well. And why is this the case? Because if you think about it, most people take forever to make decisions, whether if they want to invest in something, if they want to start a business, if they want to learn a certain skill, or if they want to buy something that is outside their comfort zone, or travel, or anything that is of importance to them, something that means that is of value. People take a lot of time to make decisions to do so. And the guys who make quick decisions are the ones who actually experience life much more and make a lot more progress, just generally speaking as well. So I want to first talk about and address why people are slow at making decisions. So let me just share my screen. All right, so we are here now. All right, cool. So first thing I want to talk about why indecision is the reason for shit results. Then I want to talk about how indecision actually becomes a habit and how it triggers anxiety and basically leads to chaos and average, boring lives. And obviously, the most important one, how to solve this problem of indecision and take control over our lives and take massive action and actually make things happen. Okay, so first, the reason for shit results, indecision. Now, how does indecision actually happen? The reason is we were actually never taught how to make our own decisions. And this is global, everywhere, like with very few exceptions, we are not taught how to make decisions ourselves. So think about going back to when you were a child. You know, what happened are made for us. You know, you're going to school. We are told what to do to get the validation and approval from people in charge, right? So we have to, I don't know if that made sense, but we have to basically do things to seek approval from other people. And the more we do that, the more and more we do that, the more we get rewarded. So we get rewarded for the wrong things. So we get rewarded for writing things on the exam, mugging things up, learning and repeating things and putting down on paper, and we get grades for that and we get validation for that, you know, and it starts off that way, you know, because the thing is not everyone wants to actually do that, but we all told that this is the right way to go about things. So we do that and we get the approval and everything, and we start building our life based on the fact that other people are making our decisions, and we get validation and approval for other people making our decisions, and we start our life on the foundation of indecision, you know. And this is very, very important because let's say as a kid, every time you have an intuition that you want to do something, but the adults in the house are going to tell you, no, this is not what you should be doing. This is what you should be doing in order for you to live a good life. And they have a path that doesn't even work for them, but they have a path laid out for you as a kid, for every kid, right? Now, as a child, you don't really know any better. So you take whatever the environment gives you, right? So what happens is, as a child, you have all these ideas flowing into your mind. So this is other people, this is news, radio, media, parents, whatever, all these ideas flowing into your mind directly. And because you don't have the ability to decide whether this is a good decision or not, because you're a kid, you just let it flow into your subconscious mind. You know, your subconscious mind is the emotional mind, your feeling mind. You know, as a child, your conscious mind is not developed much because you're a kid. You know, you don't have the intellectual ability yet to develop that. So you just take into your mind whatever is given from the external environment. So if you grew up in a shit external environment, naturally going to have a more challenging life because that's how you were raised, right? So that's very, very important. Now, this happens for a few years. Now, what happens is you build your life based on indecision. And when that happens is you are building habits. You are building habits because you are building ideas based on indecision. Now, those ideas are going to transform into habits. And those are all based on indecision. You know, the foundation of it is indecision. You know, so you never actually really trust your intuition because you never taught to do so. And what happens is, as you grow older and older, you develop paradigms, which is a constitute of habits, right? And then the perspectives, that is all based on indecision. So everything that most people think they want to progress in their career, or they want to make more money, or they want to have more whatever. It's all based on the foundation of indecision. You know, so people build an ego around this whole thing, and they think they want something, but they actually don't. They want something much bigger than that. but people make goals for themselves based on what they think they can get, and that is based on the foundation of indecision, because they don't know how to trust themselves, you know. And this happens, and now people grow up. Let me just go back. And grow up, they work their jobs or whatever, they take their career, like, you know, they, whatever they do, most of the time they're not happy. You can see this, people are miserable, they're living average lives, right? And what happens is every time you have an intuition that you want to be doing something bigger, you shun that down. Why? Because you are not taught how to follow your intuition and make decisions for yourself. You're not taught to trust yourself. You're not taught to do that at all, you know. So we have to follow a proven path because we don't know any other way. So we shun that inner voice, that I call it the inner voice, our inner guidance, that feeling that this is there's something that we want to do. We aspire to become a certain way, but we're not able to do it because of our foundation being built on the fact that we are indecisive individuals, you know. So if that problem in itself was solved, none of this would be happening, right? Now, that's what's happening here. And now what this comes out in all areas of life. You can see relationships, where men especially, I think they're very, very indecisive about what they want, how to lead relationships. I think they're terrible at it. At work, of course, if you're not going to have the ability to make fast decisions, you're gonna be replaced, or people are just not going to trust your judgment as much, right? And also it just leads to a lot of frustration as well, because what happens is every time you have a thought that you want to do something that you feel you should be doing and that will help, but your foundation that is built on indecision, that is your programming, is conflicting, it's contradicting this thought that you're having right now. So when that happens, there's a lot of chaos that goes on because you're not sure what to do, and your mind's in all over the place. And what happens, your chaos is entering your mind, and chaos enters your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is the feeling mind, and when you respond out of that feeling mind, and basically the indecision, the anxiety, you know, it comes off as basically as anxiety, you know. So anxiety is basically lack of clarity, and that comes from indecision, right? And anxiety, you can go deeper. Anxiety leads to depression, and this, you know, it keeps going, right? But the root solution is to solve the problem of making, you know, taking time to solve the problem of indecision, right? Now, how do you actually go about solving this? How do you actually go about solving this issue of indecision and actually taking action? Now, just give me a second here. Let me just clarify this. All right, back. So now, how do you actually solve indecision, right? Now, first things first, you want to write exactly what you want in life in general. And this comes to your finances, your relationships, the lifestyle that you want to live, how you want other people to perceive you, how do you see yourself, how do you want to be remembered as an individual, what are your values and beliefs, what do you stand for, what are you against. Of course, this is a bit broad, but you need to start thinking about these questions of how you actually want to live your life. Because the thing is, no one's going to come and do the work for you. You have to go out and take action yourself. No one's going to do it for you. So you are the only one who can decide what is right for you. So you have to be honest about what you want. You know, once you know exactly what you want, and you need to really, really spend some time doing this, and really, really making it super detailed. And I will address this in further videos, right? And once you know that, next step is, now let's say you want to live a certain lifestyle. You want to have a certain professional relationship with your clients. This is something, you have something that you want to be spending your time doing, and like the activities that you enjoy doing, places that you want to live in, the travel, all of that stuff. And you have a clear picture in mind of what you want to be doing, then you have a better understanding of how much money you need to be making in order to achieve those goals. You know, let's say, for example, that could be, for some people, that could be like 300K per year, for example, right? Now, once you really, really understand this, now you know how much money you need to make, right? After that, now you can set goals. Because think about it, if you're just randomly saying, oh, I want to make $1 million a month, but you have no reason, then it's just a number. It doesn't matter. $1 million today is going to be completely different from what $1 million means in like 12 months, like 10 years from now, you know, with the inflation and everything. So the digits in itself is not what's going to excite you. It's about the experiences that you're going to have with the money that you have in your bank account. That's going to excite you. The experiences that allows you to live, right? Because now you know this. Now it will allow you to set goals, set clear goals of how much money you need to make, right? And when you know that, then you'll have a better understanding of what are the skills you need to possess, what are things you need to be doing, what is it that you need to be acting like, and all those things, which I will talk about in more videos. But it all really starts from making a decision and then having a goal in mind. Like for me, for example, this is mine. I've written on a card. I don't know if you can see it, but this is mine. And I have hundreds of reasons of why I'm doing what I'm doing. Hundreds of reasons. I'm not even making this up. And I'm going to keep talking about this on future videos. And so, you got to know that it starts from making a decision, having clarity on what you want, having a set goal, ideally on paper, because when you have it on paper, it transforms into something more than just an idea, and I'll talk about this more as well. And once you have that, then it's all about making a decision and just taking massive action, just taking massive action and promising yourself that you're going to do whatever the fuck it takes to make it happen and bring it to reality, and just taking massive, massive, massive action to making it happen. So that's how I would go about things and breaking this down. Of course, you cannot discuss all these things in one video, but this is something that I would want. Of course, it's for me as well, but I would want people to think about more and see how they can apply to their own lives and really, really make massive transformations. Because in the end, that's what we are here for. We are here to experience life, not just to live average, boring lives, right? I hope this video vibes with you guys. If it does, please leave a comment, like, share, whatever you feel like, and please share the love. And I look forward to helping you guys out and making awesome videos and engaging with all of you. Thank you.